Wen Lambo, how about now Lambo? What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And for those of you who do not know, Lamborghini is coming up with the first NFT collection. So it's called Space-Time Memory. This is Lamborghini's historical first NFT collection in collaboration with the artist Fabian on Oefner. Lamborghini developed 5 art pieces that will go on auction on 1st of February 2022 at 4 p.m. CET, Rome time. The art pieces are made of a physical element and a NFT component. So there is a physical object backed by the NFT. And the space key, which is the physical element, is a piece of carbon fiber sent to outer space by Lamborghini. It is engraved with a unique QR code and links to that NFT, a photograph of a Lamborghini lifting off towards the stars. A total of 5 keys were made, each one linking to one of the 5 photographs created. The digital component is an NFT of a photograph that depicts a Lamborghini Aventador Ultimate lifting off towards the stars. Oefner created a total of 5 separate images that depict individual moments within seconds from each other as the car rises above the earth. Its parts, its engine, the transmission, the suspension, the hundreds of nuts and bolts are shooting away from the chassis like the exhaust fume of a rocket. What may look like a computer-generated image is in fact entirely created from elements of the real world. The artist captured more than 1,500 individual parts of an actual car. The photograph of the Earth's curvature was made by sending a water balloon equipped with a camera to the edge of the stratosphere. The artist then carefully assembled all of these images into an artificial moment in time. Each piece has more than 600 million pixels. As one starts to zoom in, the hidden details of the hyper-realistic photograph are revealed. The resolution is so enormous that you can read tiny markings on the firing order of the V12 engine or marvel at different milling patterns on the transmission cord wheels. The longer you look at the composition, the more secrets you discover. So guys, this is actually a really cool NFT project by Lamborghini, but of course you'll have to bid for it. So this is the space key. So what is the space key? The space key is the physical component and it comes directly from outer space. So this is the metal that went outer space, that was sent to outer space by Lamborghini, and there's actually a QR code where you can scan to access your NFT. It is a piece of carbon fiber that Lamborghini sent to the International Space Station back in 2020 as a part of a joint research project. During the 7 months on board the space station, various tests on the piece were performed to examine its durability and strength under some of the most extreme conditions known to space. Upon its return to Earth, Oefner carefully engraved the precious element with a QR code and encapsulated it into the block of aluminium. So this is aluminium. So this is really cool, guys. So there are actually 5 different pieces of these blocks. So you have the L NFT 001 and then L2 L NFT 005. And this is the Lamborghini's first NFT ever minted. The photograph shows the the model lifting up to the stars, and it is the first in a series of 5 separate NFTs that depict individual moments within seconds from each other as the car rises above the earth. So all of these pieces that you see are actually real life pieces. The photographer taking picture of this and then putting this one by one. So this is definitely a collector's item, right? And then you have the other series 2 of the NFT, and then you have the series 3, and then you have a series 4, and then you have the series 5. So right now what happened is that the auction begins on February 1st, 4 p.m. CET Rome time. It ends on February 4th. The starting bid is $100, and then subsequent auctions will start and end 15 minutes apart. If a bid comes 3 minutes before the auction ends, it will automatically extend the bidding for 3 minutes until no more bidding is done. The winner of the 5 auction will receive 1 space key, through which they can access the enormous NFT by scanning the QR code on the carbon fiber. Each space key has information on the carbon piece, the title, and the NFT number, the digital element inside. The key is delivered in a custom-made impact-resistant metal case. So in order to join the auction, right, you can click enter auction, and then what you can do is you can register. Okay, you need to create an account in order to bid for the auction. So this is the artist, Fabian on Oefner. His work explores the boundary between time, space, and reality. He creates fictional moments and spaces that look and feel absolute real, yet aren't. Through this, Oefner dissects the different components of reality and gives us a clear understanding of how we perceive and define it. Inspired by science, Oefner's approach is highly methodical and at the same time playful for unexpected moments to happen. He creates carefully orchestrated work that are planned down to the last detail, as well as pieces that use a loose framework for art to happen. So for those of you who are wondering, okay, so which blockchain is this NFT minted? So they have a FAQ. Remember to go to the bottom of the website. There's an FAQ. Look at this FAQ. So it is actually going to be minted on the Palm blockchain, which is a sidechain of Ethereum. Palm is an environmentally stable chain built by one of the co-founders of Ethereum to be and NFT ecosystem is compatible with Ethereum, and these NFT may be bridged to the Ethereum mainnet. So, make sure that you verify your identity, and then you can add your wallet, and then you have to have enough funds in order to do the bidding, and it will accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Web, Bitcoin, USDC, DAI, Shiba Inu, and Daikon. So a lot of coins are being accepted, right? So these cryptocurrency does not have to reside in the Palm network. However, it must be in a Coinbase wallet for the auction bidding. So how do you pay? You need to pay with cryptocurrency. You'll find invoice in the account section. We use BitPay for payment. We support 90 crypto wallets and many common cryptocurrencies. So can you pay with credit card? No, this is only for drops. So they listed the auction rules, and also what you need to participate is you have to verify your identity, and then you take part in this auction. This is legitimate. Lamborghini is really auctioning a first NFT ever. So these are, common things about, what is NFT, can NFTs live forever? And for those of you who do not know, I found out that actually this technology or the company that supports Lamborghini is actually called NFT Pro. And to keep this video short, I won't go into this, but basically they are the first white label NFT solution for global brands. And Lamborghini is here, Adidas is here, and then they have worked with other big brands. So if you are a company, if you're interested, and if you want to help your company create an NFT, you could feel free to check out NFT Pro. So like all my reviews, I do rate the project at the end. In terms of concept, I think it's a solid 10 because this is actually a piece of metal that actually went to space. So you will be holding a piece of history. And then in terms of artwork, I'll give it 10 because this is, very detailed. It's a very meticulously created NFT. And in terms of the team and the team background, I'll give them an 8+8. This is Lamborghini. And then you see the artist is actually a very well-known artist who has been working in a lot of projects as well. In terms of social media and social power, definitely a solid 10 because Wen Lambo, now Lambo. And then in terms of marketing, definitely they are a very big company. They have the resources. In terms of a roadmap, this is not a long-term holder. I mean, it is not something that will give you value in the long term in a way that you would expect, like, oh, you get airdrops, you participate in a DAO, but this is more of a collectible, so I will have a slightly lower score for it. In terms of value per holder, absolutely an 8 because you get the physical item, and then you also can tell people that you actually own Lamborghini's first NFT. And then in terms of the community, people love Lamborghini, so there's a solid 8. Time frame and liquidity, I think this is gonna be a sought after thing. But the cost is gonna be quite expensive because this is gonna be Lamborghini's first NFT, so a lot of people are gonna bid for it. But I do believe that there is a secondary market, but it is gonna be a market that probably Sotheby's or Christie's are gonna be involved. You're not gonna sell this on OpenSea. So in total, there's a score of 83 out of 100, which is actually pretty good. For those of you who are looking at this project, who are interested, I think even though if you might not be able to afford it, like myself, I would be interested to see how much these will sell out in the end, right? And I also shared that this is actually done by a white label solution. And if you're a company, if you're BMW, if you are Volkswagen, and you want to do NFTs, definitely check that out. My only concern about this is that this is on the Palm blockchain. Yes, you could migrate this to the Ethereum blockchain, but if your NFT, like if you buy this NFT and you do not migrate it elsewhere and it's still on the Palm blockchain, it is kind of like a closed blockchain in my understanding, if that's correct. So that is only my concern, but I definitely think that the historical value, the collectibility of this is definitely very, very high. So when Lambo, why not Lambo now? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing off.